Hello, everybody. Oh, that's right. For the live chat to happen, I had to mark it so it's not made for kids. So, get out, you kids. All you kids, get out of here. This stream isn't for you, kids. I mean it. Shoo. Shoo, you kids. This isn't for you. Bye, kids. See you, kids. Go away. Go away. Are we quiet? I can turn it up on... Can you guys hear us? Are we quiet? I can turn up the volume. I have moved my microphone closer to myself. Ba-ba-da-da-ba. You guys tell me if yes, what's a teenage robot stream without audio problems? You guys tell me if there's anything, if we're too quiet, because I got plenty of room to turn this up on the volume controls. So if you guys think we're too quiet, all right, I'm gonna grab my tablet so we can actually start drawing something. I'm gonna throw this out here right now because I know we spoiled you guys with the last two streams where it ended or it involved an animatic preview. Unfortunately, we do not have an animatic preview ready to go. We have been working on a scene for a while, but that scene still isn't ready. But after, I do have good news about the animatic. After that scene is completed, it'll be a lot easier to pump out the rest of the animatic. So, at least part one, because it's a 20-minute special. We can get the first 10 minutes out real fast after this scene is done. So yeah, unfortunately no animatic showcase this stream today, but it's coming along though, guys. It's coming along. Professor Mallingtons, how dare you? Never subbed? Come on, tablet, work with me. That's right, we gotta keep this PG-13 now, because we gotta make sure the kids aren't here.
Hello?
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 I'm currently loading up the,
Wait, hold on.
what should I work on today? Should I work on some scenes from the animatic and show those scenes, or should I be sketching some poses for something we can't talk about?
Can you guys hear me?
Hello?
Yeah.
I think I'll do animatic work, and I'll just work on a different scene that I've already worked on stream before, but it'll be a different one. Still, project is not already open. What is he talking about? Here we go. I haven't worked on this scene in a long time. That's right, I was converting it as I was working on it last time. All right, let me grab so your guys aren't staring at a black screen. Let me grab the window capture.
Okay, I think this is a good volume. Otherwise, speak up.
Hello.
Am I too loud or too soft?
No, you're fine.
Okay, good. Yeah, I recorded the DJ lines yesterday for the Walk the Line episode.
This is a live stream.
Oh, oops. Yeah, it's been a while. Sorry. I've been steamrolled with responsibilities in life. Not to mention I'm moving soon.
That's cool.
We're already talking about Hazbin Hotel in the live chat.
Hazbin Hotel's good.
Yeah,
It's worth talking about. I like it. It's kind of nice.
Oh no, we already announced what He Walked the Line is actually. If you go on the website, we have the entire season 4 catalog laid out, except the season finale, which we're still keeping under wraps. But this is a
Okay.
You can kind of see.
It's not a potential episode name. That is a hard confirm.
Yeah, that's a hard confirm. He walked the line. I don't think we talked about the villain in that episode yet, though, and I think we still kept him. I think we kept him under wraps. He definitely doesn't have a final design yet. We're still working on him there.
Yeah.
He's come close though, but we wanted to throw him back on the drawing board because he looked a little too much like Brad in his first pass.
What if he is Brad?
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun.
Gauge TV, yes, we are. The game plan is to remaster the intro. We haven't recorded it yet, but we have written an entire 4 to 5 minute version of the theme song, basically just adding verses to it. And part of the verses is the original, of course, the skate park down by the mall verse and everything.
Yep.
But there are now 3 additional verses, along with a instrumental break in there, I think that chalks the song up to about 4 to 5 minutes in length, and then
Rudy's got the chalk.
Then our intro is going to be a different verse. So when Rebooted starts, it's not going to start with 5 o'clock, get a call to go blading. It's going to start with a different verse of the song we wrote. It's still going to be the same tune, though. It's still but just a different verse, so different lyrics. Ink brush, is that what I want? No. I need soft shading. I don't think there's a way for me to cheat this. I think I just gotta redraw this frame. Might be zooming in too. Come on. Come on. There we go.
Come on, Frisky, bring me the ball. Points to whoever gets that reference.
There we go.
Jack Hubert asks, who's in the stream today? And admittedly, it's not a lot of people. It's
Yeah.
not as much as last month.
I think people are busy today. Yes. I mean, I don't blame him. It's the weekend before. It's the weekend before Thanksgiving, so. Well, we got me. We got Eric, and
Hey.
we got the thankful Sega nut.
Yes, that is my username.
Cartoon and Game Fanatic asks, is there any other shows you would want to revive, or that you think needs a reboot?
Personally, I like to do Cat
Yes.
Scratch.
There are a few.
Oh yeah, I remember Cat Scratch.
Yeah, that was a fun show. Clarification. These would be shows that I would wish would have a revival at some point, or like give us second shots in the sunlight. These are not shows that I would personally want to revive, because I've gone on record, like I said, after I'm done working on Teenage Robot, I want to focus on stuff that some original stuff that I want to make, that I got ideas for.
Okay.
But some stuff that I would love to see come back, Spectacular Spider-Man. I really love to see that come back one day.
Let's resist AVGN joke.
Let's see, another one. This is never gonna happen. It would Spectacular Spider-Man is a possibility, in the sense that Sony and Disney would just have to make a deal to make it happen. That's always a possibility, but this would never happen. It's a series called Godzilla the Series. It was around in.
Isn't that in response to the American 1997 or whatever?
It was a
I think I remember that.
It was a sequel series, yes. The design is still befitting to Zilla, not Godzilla, but at the same time, the series itself was really cool. It was literally a Monster of the Week situation, where every week Godzilla would, or this version of Godzilla would fight a new monster that would come up, and then they sometimes had arcs where they would have like an invading aliens that brought their own monsters. It was a fun series. It was a fun series, and I would love to see that come back one day. But it will never happen because that's Sony lost the rights. Sony, TriStar, etc. lost the rights to Godzilla years ago, so that's never gonna happen.
On the subject of things I'd like to see come back, but probably never going to happen in a million years. Oh, this is going to trigger a bunch of the petitions and stuff because it's been done, but let me just clarify this. It's not going to happen. Wander Over Yonder.
Why was that canceled again?
I can kind of see that. No, that had an ending.
Oh, it had an ending?
Abrupt ending, but an ending nonetheless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Animatic at the end of the last episode kind of showed promise for a third season, but Disney and stuff, am I right? Again, if anything, I would see like maybe a DCOM movie like Kim Possible, but animated, because please let's not let it be like the DCOM Kim Possible. But if anything, maybe for Disney Plus or something. But I honestly don't see it happening anytime soon, or at all for that matter.
You know what I would reboot if I could?
What's that?
Rocket Power.
Oh my goodness, that was a...
Barbecue for us, brother.
But only if it's like 10 years in the future and Otto's dead.
Then there's Otto. He's dead.
Okay, let me find another question.
How do you feel about some time ago when Nickelodeon unrevealed their Netflix partnership, and then right after mentioned MLaaTR, after the bring back MLaaTR hashtag?
Well, they never mentioned that hashtag specifically. They didn't mention bring back Teenage Robot, but I just chalk it up to a coincidence because they also...
Yeah, same.
They also, I mean, I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but they also posted about Victorious at the same day as well. And, you know, they're not going to bring that back. So it's not, I think that's just, you know, whoever's running the Nickelodeon Twitter just decided, hey, we haven't talked about Teenage Robot in a while. Let's do that. But the partnership is cool. It looks promising for Nickelodeon.
I myself would personally like to... Sorry.
That's right. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, it's just weird timing. Like, Nickelodeon is just now realizing, hey, people like reboots.
Mm-hmm.
Cashing out an Ah Real Monster TV movie or something, because they had like a movie script or something.
I don't think that's...
Maybe if they revise it to the modern...
I don't think that series was popular enough for a revival, to be honest. That was back.
We got Rocco, so...
Yeah, but Rocco was way more popular than Real Monsters.
And even Rugrats is having a reboot. And a live-action hybrid movie.
Oh God, I don't want to. That's gonna be scary. I hope that falls through.
They already have what Chucky's gonna look like, and I can't say anything positive about it.
No, it's fan art. It's not actually what Chucky's gonna look like.
It's like the Sonic movie Sonic, but not really.
Well, no, hold on. You said it was live You said it was live action.
A hybrid between live action and CGI.
See, why would they? How are you even gonna do that? Like, I don't even get that.
So supposedly, the adults are going to be live action and the babies are going to be CGI.
Oh, why? Why?
That's really stupid.
That's so dumb. Why? Are they gonna make them look like real babies, like actual people?
Oh God, I hope not.
Well, no, I think
I
it'd be
truly
worse.
hope the idea falls through because I hope I'm wrong.
I would say it'd be better that way if they look like real babies. Like they look like just they got some babies and they filmed some babies. That would be much more pleasant to watch than these bastardized giant headed creatures walking around trying to act like children and having adult parents that are live action. Ugh, that'd be so creepy.
The Smurfs.
No, see, the Smurfs were still cartoon. Like, the Smurfs are like, that's like a species. Tommy and Chucky, they're human. You know, they're babies, but they're human. You know what I mean? The Smurf isn't. The Smurfs aren't human. Sonic the Hedgehog isn't a human. So.
Or it's like the live-action Fairly Odd Parents movie where all the fairies were CG.
Yeah.
But Timmy was like played by Drake Bell.
And then Jorgen for some reason was live. That one didn't make any sense. But even then, I would give credence to but they're fairies. So it's like I guess you can get away with the CG stuff, but you would not be able to get with CG misshapen babies in live action, especially if they have adult parents that are live action normal casted actors. That would look so bad. That would look horrible. So if they're going to do a live action Rugrats, which honestly I would recommend against it in the first place. But if they're going to do it, I would recommend actual babies.
Yeah, I can't even wrap my mind around how they would like do the classic Chupo style in CG.
Yeah, it'd be kind of creepy.
I mean,
oh God! And remember Libby?
Silver babies.
Remember, wasn't that her name? The one with the braids, the Libby. She came in later. Voiced by Chris. Voiced by Chris. Oh, Susie. Sorry. Remember how her lips were like, weren't they on the bottom of her face?
Yeah, same thing.
Oh God!
Yeah, I was
imagine that in
it's
CG.
the classic Chupo style.
Imagine that in CG. That'd be awful. That'd be so horrifying.
I mean, look at how they did it with super babies. Like, this is like a superhero genre just with babies, and yet, they use actual babies for reference, but they also use like,
I don't know.
You know, CGI to make them talk.
Honestly, I also kind of feel like, I mean, I might be facing some crucifixion right here, but I kind of feel like Rugrats was kind of a product of its time. I really don't think Rugrats can work in a modern day setting, especially nowadays where kids...
Neither, to be honest, because where people take selfies of their kids and stuff, that'd just be weird.
No, because like, especially in the days of how kids are just gush over superhero movies and stuff like that nowadays, superhero cartoons, in the age where there's a lot more adult animation that are geared towards adult, that you know, like the Rick and Morty, Robot Chicken, everything like that. That stuff was kind of in its infancy in the 90s when Rugrats came in, but now it's coming kind of full force. There's a ton of adult animation out there nowadays. I just all that competition and all that those options, I know it's a different demographic for Rugrats, but I don't see kids choosing to watch babies over, you know, watching Spider-Man or, you know, Batman or something, you know. I feel like it's kind of dropped off. But that's just me.
Well, I feel like it wouldn't really be aimed at kids. It would be aimed at the fans of the original show who are like in their 20s now.
But how would I would like question how that would work. Like, are you if you're gonna aim it towards people who are in their 20s now, are you gonna just make it like where the kids are 20 now, or like?
Or
Tried that with All Grown Up.
Oh,
Granted, they weren't
God.
in their 20s, but
maybe the kids are just the adults now and they have their own children.
Yeah, I guess that'd be an option, but I don't know. I just kind of feel like the whole baby adventure thing is kind of dated at this point. That's just me. That's just me though. I feel like they would have a lot more success if they brought something back like Invader Zim and made that gave that a few new seasons. That would still work nowadays. In fact, I would say it would work even better. Not gonna lie, I would say Invader Zim would really thrive in today's animation environment.
Yeah, kind of.
Just considering how how they handled their sense of humor back then, and you know, with the recent movie too, a lot of that was ahead of its time, predicting modern humor, or the 2010 humor. A lot of that still holds up for Invader Zim.
Go pudding.
Converting. Making Nora seem nice and tiny.
In response to Invader Zim, I put something in the spam bot. It was one of the most popular things I ever posted on Twitter. So it's Grant Kirkhope and the Banjo-Kazooie thing. You'll see when you get there.
Oh yeah, the not scientifically possible thing.
This was back when they first announced Banjo-Kazooie for Smash, and I put it on Twitter, and it was arguably the most popular thing I ever posted on my Twitter. Got like 400 views in like the first 6 hours alone. I'm like, my God, I didn't even think it was that good. I just put Grant Kirkhope's face on Professor Membrane, and that was really it.
How do we feel about THQ Nordic making Nickelodeon games again? I have to look up what else they did. Did they do Did they do Destroy All Humans?
I don't even.
Hang
I
on.
thought.
Let me
I don't think. I think.
go to Wikipedia.
Stammering. Isn't TH Nordic? Didn't they defunct? Didn't they flop? I thought, or like get absorbed.
Something happened to them. Hang on. I know like they still exist in some form because they're making a remake of Destroy All Humans 1. Unless that's like sold it to a different. Wait, no. I think it's still THQ. THQ Nordic.
Yeah, 2013. They're defunct. They sold off their properties. There is no more THQ. They were.
THQ Nordic. Let's see.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. No, no. THQ is done, gone. Bye bye. THQ Nordic is a different company.
Yeah, I was about to say.
My bad.
Okay, so they're doing the remake of the SpongeBob game.
Mm-hmm.
Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yeah. And they did Biomutant, Destroy All Humans.
It seems interesting that I don't think they did any re-recording for that new upcoming Battle for Bikini Bottom game. It seems to be like the exact same game and stages and everything, just given different textures and different models and stuff. Although they are adding cut content as well, so. Although I do kind of hope they replace whoever played Mr. Krabs. just get Clancy Brown in there. Just have him record it, because whoever voiced Mr. Krabs, he did an okay impression, but would have been better if he just had the actual Clancy Brown in there.
SpongeBob me, Bob. I've been impersonated.
And yes, I am very much looking forward to the new Destroy All Humans game. Destroy All Humans, I think 3, called like Path of the Furon or something, that had like an amazing soundtrack. That's like one of my definitely top 3 favorite soundtracks.
I think they just said like almost every single audio recording is just the same, except maybe Mr. Krabs' voice actor just needs to be replaced by the actual voice actor.
Well, we just have to wait. We kind of just have to wait and see with that, to be honest. Until we see a clip of Mr. Krabs in game, I don't think we'd be able to call it either or yet.
Okay, this comment actually got us. Like, Captain Angelo is just saying, like, I just hope that the new COPPA stuff doesn't mess up the entire reboot.
Ah, yes, COPPA. Well,
it won't.
Yeah, it won't.
That's the short answer.
Short answer, it won't. Long answer, here we go. It will affect us on YouTube. It's not we're going to get out unscathed. But it's not going to affect us. Well, it's hard to say. Because the biggest thing that's going to affect us, we don't monetize our videos anyway, so we don't care at all about any quote unquote profit loss or anything like that, or advertiser whatever. I mean, it's kind of hard to lose money when you're making $0. But the thing that sucks, and I don't think this is gonna stick. I think this is gonna be a regulation that that YouTube pulls back. Is that if you market for kids, made for kids, it will not appear in search results. I think that's what was said, which doesn't seem right to me, to be honest. That doesn't COPPA is not enforcing that. That seems like a really weird regulation that YouTube is deciding to do. And then the next thing that hits us most is that if we mark something made for kids, the comment section instantly is disabled and unable to be turned back on. which I guess makes a little bit more sense, because you know this was in response to that really creepy incident I think it was earlier this year, where it was discovered that we marked this not for kids, so it's okay to talk about this. But there was discovered that there were pedophiles in the comment sections of YouTube videos, and that's how they linked each other some of the nasty stuff in the comment sections. And I guess that's why YouTube is having the comments sections disabled now on videos that are marked for kids. So that one makes a little bit more sense in response to that. But those are the biggest things that hit us, is the ability, because we're making, you know, this is a family-friendly TV show, is the inability to comment and the possibility that it would not be able to search for in the YouTube search menu. I lost my words.
Yeah.
But I should also note, as a friendly reminder, is that we always anticipated the possibility of getting kicked off YouTube. And
just move to Flare.
We would be. I think what's our path? I think it goes from, if we get kicked off YouTube, we go to Dailymotion. If we get kicked off Dailymotion, we go to Vimeo. And if we get kicked off Vimeo, we just upload on our own site and make available for download. Which we're gonna do anyway. Like, all episodes as they release will be just revealed for ready, be available for download to begin with.
If anything, we just probably need to move to Flare, even though it probably would not make any sense since...
Move to what?
Flare. Flare.tv. It's where most of the YouTubers are actually going now.
Never heard of that. Blair?
Yes.
I gotta look that up. Flare.tv, you said?
Yes.
.tv, okay. I'm looking it up. Oh, I must have spelled it wrong. VLAR?
Yeah.
.tv?
VLARE.tv.
There's an E, okay. Ding. Ah. Yeah. This is a thing. I see it. Okay. Maybe I should make a Vlare account, because I've been recently starting my YouTube stuff, and with the whole thing in itself, maybe I should upload my stuff there. I'm gonna keep this in mind. Thanks a lot. This is gonna come in handy.
Dailymotion has some copyright problems, but we're not uploading content from the actual original show, so we should be fine with copyright.
The only
hopefully.
downside of Flare is that when you do make an account and upload, the only maximum size is like 5 gigs, and then the length is probably like 30 minutes. Because
that should still fit us. That should be fine. I don't think we've ever uploaded anything other than a stream that goes over 30 minutes.
I mean, once we get to like Priam, Vlare Priam, even though we don't actually want to do that because of the issues, they can say like you'll be able to upload full HD videos up to around 45 minutes. That will probably stay that way even after the premium membership is out. And that we can also get like ad free and download as well. So that way, like, once we upload our content, if we need to go back and check to see if there has to be like any changes, then the chances are we can actually download it again. If we go into premium.
Well, no, I don't think we'd go premium. We would just find somewhere free to upload.
Good though.
I am having deja vu. I could have sworn I already colored these in. Maybe I'm imagining things, but I could have sworn like I already colored her face into a silhouette.
That was probably earlier in the scene.
Yeah, that could have been one of these poses, I guess. Just thought I did that already.
Who is your favorite character from Hazbin Hotel?
Alistair.
Mine's Angel Dust.
He's pretty fun too, yeah. Although I gotta admit, I also really like Husk and Nifty. They're fun. Husk is like the drunken cowboy archetype, and then Nifty is the hyper excited neat freak. They're fun.
You love the radio demon, Alistair? As Ev.
Yeah, Alistair. That's the radio demon. Yes, he's my favorite
Yeah,
character.
he's probably my second favorite.
I also really like just the world they kind of constructed. That's a really cool, like, it's like hell is like a city, and there's all these like sections, and evidently that they're gonna dabble with talking about the 9 circles and stuff, where it's like, and then like different locations that'll be like a desert, and then like one's like a tundra. That'll be cool as well. They said that's down the line. That's not. But I think they also have something coming out tomorrow, and that takes place in the same universe, but it's a different series. Hell of a Boss, I think, is coming out tomorrow.
Oh.
They have I don't know how they did this, but they managed to get the voice. What's his name? Richard. He's Zim. Richard Horvitz.
Horvitz,
yeah.
Yes.
Horvitz, yeah.
He's playing a character in the thing that's coming out tomorrow. I don't know how they managed to get him, but they did. They also evidently some other members of the cast are people who do a lot of anime dubs and stuff like that, and they're in there. looks interesting.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
No. Ow, that hurt my voice.
You guys. How you guys doing?
Tried to imitate the yellow guy from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, and I hurt myself.
Oh my god. I heard you guys talking about Vizzy Pop's pilot coming out. I haven't seen it yet. No spoilers.
Oh well,
Haven't,
hell of
don't
a
plan
boss.
to.
Hell of a Boss isn't even out yet, so I can't spoil it if even I wanted to. It's coming out tomorrow, but Hazbin Hotel's been out for a while.
Really?
Hazbin Hotel has been out for a while, but that's a different series. Hell of a Boss takes place in the same universe. It's just like a side series, different characters. They actually made cameo. You had to really look close because they were blink and you'll miss it moments, but they were actually in the crowd in Hazbin Hotel.
Mute him. I think they thought that I said I will spoil it instead of me saying no spoilers.
No, I think they're talking about someone in the chat.
I think it's me because I said I have no desire to see Hazbin Hotel.
I see who they're talking about.
Was that it? I mean, how long was it? Like 40 minutes? The pilot.
Wasn't it close
Took
to
them
like
5 years to make it.
wasn't it closer to like 20 minutes?
They did go longer than the
I don't
usual
even remember.
episode length. I think it was something like I think they ended up having about 26, 27 minutes, which is
Oh yeah, it's 31:46.
oh wow, even longer. Yeah, that's a little bit longer than the average pilot or like the average series.
It's a good length.
Yeah.
I think that's because they had their songs. I mean, granted, I'm not saying cut out the songs. No, I'm just saying like I think it's the songs that ended up making it be that length.
Mm.
By the way, what's it called? Thanksgiving's coming up.
Yep.
Got any plans? Any plans?
Other than going down to see relatives, not really.
Probably be drinking a lot of wine.
We're gonna have an unforgettable luncheon.
Classy.
As long as I don't have to purchase fast food and disguise it as my own cooking.
Right, Jack Hubert asks, why don't you guys upload more videos about the project? Or I guess just more videos in general.
Because we're busy.
Yeah.
We're busy.
I think that's the general census for that.
I could. I say I'm wrapped up in college projects a lot, but I never show them. I guess one of these days I should actually show something that I'm working on for college at some point. It has nothing to do with Teenage Robot though, so don't expect anything like that. But yeah, it's just I got college assignments and stuff I'm working on a lot. That's what it amounts to, a lot of things slowing it down.
Nice. What kind of college are you taking?
Well, right now
What
I'm
kind
in
of classes?
well, the thing that's been slowing me down this semester is that I'm actually in two different animation classes. One's for stop motion, and the other's for just 2D animation.
Ooh, nice.
So, honestly though, I did not actually have to take the 2D animation class because it would not benefit my major. It's going in as an elective for my major, but like it wasn't required. But it did teach I looked at the course catalog of what they were going to be teaching, and I'm like, ooh, I should maybe just like these seem to be like really good skills to learn, so maybe I should just stick around.
In the UK, they'll eat that up, like Wallace and Gromit.
But
All stop motion stuff.
oh yeah, that's the stop motion stuff's a completely different class. That actually, I'm trying that would work towards the major, the stop motion stuff. But Tiger Dove's History and Politics. The funny April Fool's thing you guys could do was a fake episode and have the video just be you reposting the wrong teenage robot for 10 minutes. Funny idea. We already did a fake episode though. I don't think we're ever gonna do that again because I felt bad doing it even then. So it was funny though. I both regret doing it and don't regret doing it.
You're not sorry.
I'm just croakers about cheese, Alexander.
Why did I get a daddy pig voice from that impression of Wallace? I'm sorry. I spent too much time with my nieces. I didn't get a Wallace vibe from that impression. My mind immediately went to daddy pig.
Gosh.
Spent too much time with my nieces. I'm sorry.
Darn it, Toon Boom, color the face.
Boom. What is the best animation program?
Depends on who you're talking to.
Nathan.
For me, Toon Boom has never let me down. There was one crash on me that Toon Boom did a long time ago, and that was the most I can say about it letting me down.
Yeah.
Everything else was either my fault or not Toon Boom doing it. like one time I accidentally, this was totally my fault. I made Toon Boom crash accidentally because I was going too fast on the keys. Like I was typing in too many commands at once. I think I hit undo 10 times, and I told it to paste another 2 times, and it just I was telling it too many key commands, and it crashed. I'm like, okay, maybe I should slow down on how many times I'm hitting that key thing. And then another time, this wasn't Toon Boom again. This was just my Macintosh, my whole Mac computer. One day decided to the hard drive failed, and that wasn't Toon Boom's fault, but that was the only times I lost stuff in Toon Boom. Other than that,
that's why I use Animate, because it has an autosave. It crashes all the time, but at least it has an autosave.
I do wish Toon Boom would add an autosave feature. That would definitely put my mind at ease. But at the same time, I have had. Granted, I have not had a lot of experience with Adobe Animate. Most of my experience with Adobe's animation was with Flash, when that was still a thing. So I can't.
Okay.
I'm speaking in terms of Flash right now. I can't speak for Adobe Animate, but I just know that
It's
when
basically the same thing. It's just rebranded.
well, I'm just
Kinda.
saying when I used Flash, it was hell on earth. In terms of it was in terms of animation. I hated it. I hated using Flash for animation. I still use Flash nowadays for I just want to make a vector drawing, where I just but in terms of actually animating something, I hated it. I hated using it.
Hey, right back at you, Nathan.
But in terms of 3D, the best 3D program for free that you can get right now is Blender, bar none. They're the best in the business for free. And they're even a lot of, and I'll tell you a little bit of trivia here that even some animators, professional animators, will tell you. If you compare Blender with Autodesk Maya, which is the industry standard 3D software, even people in the industry will say that even though Autodesk Maya is the industry standard, Blender is way more user friendly and way more efficient, which is saying something for a 3D program. If you ever want to check out how powerful Blender is, there's a movie. I think it's still on Netflix right now, actually, called Next Gen. That entire movie is done in Blender. So that's a cool movie to check out. And then for storyboarding, bar none, well, at least the one I've used, the best one I've seen is the one I'm using now, Toon Boom Storyboard Pro. For storyboarding.
How expensive is it? I was planning on getting that.
Toon Boom.
Is it expensive?
Toon Boom overall is kind of pricey. Storyboard Pro. Storyboard Pro, I think if you want to buy it and own it for the rest of your life, it is, I think it's $9.99 for a single user license.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And
I mean, I'm trying to
then-
find places that are. Yeah.
And then Toon Boom Animate Pro though
dope.
is pricey. That's a pricey one. I
How
think
much?
a single user license. I'm just going off a single user. There's also you can subscribe. There's a subscription service too. That's obviously you pay per month, but it's just the single payments are cheaper. Animate or Toon Boom Harmony, I know it depends on which one. Say you get the most expensive one, the one that's like professional single user license. I think that's $1,800. Toon Boom
My
Harmony.
gosh.
What is it? Toon Boom Harmony Premium. Yeah, that's the most expensive version.
$1,800.
I'm fairly certain. I could be slightly off, but I'm fairly certain it's $1,800.
Trying to find like better programs to use other than Adobe. I mean, that's just destroying my wallet out of existence.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good, but
Yeah.
just
No,
trying to
I
find
totally
other
get
places
you.
around it.
That's exactly why I kind of stepped away from. That's one of the reasons I should say that I stepped away from Adobe or relying on it. The most I use out of Adobe nowadays is Adobe Photoshop, and that's just because I get it free with my college.
Yeah, don't you get it free? Yeah, you're a student.
Yeah, I'm a student. No, well,
Lucky.
I got your school has to have a program with Adobe to make that work, because the moment I get out of school, is when I got to start paying for Adobe again.
Yeah.
So it's not permanent.
Yeah.
Plus, you could just do a one-time payment. Is that a thing with Adobe? I'm pretty sure I saw that somewhere. Where you don't have to actually do
They
like
used to have that.
monthly.
They used to have that. That's what I used to have. I used to have CS5. That's what I primarily used. They went all the way till CS6. Honestly, actually, they might maybe CS. No, that was 5.5. So yeah, CS6 was when they stopped doing that. That's the latest version of Adobe that you can buy. That you can buy and own. And now also, you can't get it through Adobe. It was made years ago, so now you can only get it through online vendors or like third-party used and stuff. But I also have to warn with CS6, that's now a very old version of Photoshop or like the whole package and stuff. The CS6 products, because I think that came out in, I want to say 2013, 2014.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know. Is my last teenage robot an anime?
I don't think so.
Did he get inspiration from animes though?
I
Renzetti?
don't think so.
Oh,
Look up, like what
excuse me.
exactly an anime is.
No, oh my god, my throat. Sorry,
This be the end
No,
of
I
Nathan.
thought when it is a "Don't hug me, I'm scared" voice.
I'm dying on stream. Someone they're in the chat. They're talking about Adobe Flash going away in 2020. No, it is not. Adobe Flash Player
Never.
is going away.
Right.
Adobe Flash Player is going away.
Ooh.
That's different to Adobe Flash.
Adobe
So I guess
Flash is
meeting
actually
schedules are
renamed
30s.
Adobe Animate.
Yes. By 2020, you will not be able to download new versions or whatever, or update. My throat is dying. Or update your versions of Adobe Flash Player. However, that is not the same as Adobe Animate. That's different.
Okay, and on the question of is Teenage Robot an anime, Urban Dictionary defines anime as Japanese animation drawn in the same style as manga. So I would say no.
Yeah,
No.
I would say it's a Western cartoon. However, I would still argue to this day that stuff like Avatar: The Last Airbender and Korra are I would consider Western animes. Like they would sit comfortably.
Western Fab.
They would sit comfortably under the anime logo or the anime kind of genre band or whatever. I know they're not specifically made in Japan. I know, but like just the style, how they move, and how they their facial features and their facial expressions. Teen Titans Go is another example where I would kind of fit under Western anime. Wait, no, Teen Titans.
You mean original Teen
Yeah,
Titans?
not Teen Titans Go.
Say,
Not Teen Titans Go. My bad. That was a slip of the tongue. The original
That
Teen
was
Titans.
very triggered right
Very- Very anime-ish.
Why not Transformers animated?
Because that wasn't.
You know, Lilo and Stitch was an anime.
Yes, it
They
yeah,
actually
it had an
consider
anime.
that as an anime.
Yeah,
Mhm.
with American voices.
Me?
Sorry, my voice is a bit hoarse.
Join the club. Something happened to
Oh,
my
sorry,
voice.
don't
I don't
like
know what
it.
happened. I like
Maybe
that.
Lay
it's
off
the
the
cold in
cigarettes.
the air.
Gotta lay off the cigs. I don't know what happened, but all right, let's see. She's
If my last
Real
teenage
because I
robot
was
was
watching
an
cartoons
anime.
from on yonder website.
maybe maybe everyone's catching the sniffles.
Well, I don't have the script in front of me, so I was just kind of just reading of what I saw. This needs to be moved.
I don't know if My Life as a Strange Robot was an anime. I don't think it would have been canceled so quickly. Because at that time, I mean, anime was taking off around what, like 2007?
No, what? Nah,
You had like
that's
one of
not.
the best
That wasn't
animes
the
coming
gold.
out.
That wasn't the golden age of anime. yet.
Technically, nah.
I would call it
Yeah,
that.
we're talking like
definitely.
late 90s.
Yeah, that's you want to talk when
That's
anime
like the
dominated
platinum
the
ages
Western
then.
market. That was when Dragon Ball Z was still around. Like that was in its
Yeah,
prime.
the Pokemon cartoon.
What?
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh, Bakugan, all that
oh,
stuff. Was
I-
coming out.
yeah,
Spirited
so, like-
Away! Spirited Away! Princess Mononoke and Spirited Away.
Well,
Both
we're
of them.
talking
late,
more about-
late 90s, early
Yeah.
2000s.
Yeah, we're talking about more television stuff, not the movies. But Teenage Robot,
You
if it
know.
were in an anime style, I would think it would just be coming off the. What, didn't it kind of decline in the early 2000s anime? Like its peak was the late
yeah.
90s. Its peak was
Like,
the late
as-
90s, and then as it entered the early
as soon
2000s,
as America started doing it.
Here's a good fun question that's actually on Teenage Robot. Teenage Robot fanbase, what are your thoughts on Reanimated? Are any of you going to be involved?
Yes,
I submitted an
I'm
application.
I got 15 done.
They're making a Teenage Robot Reanimated?
Yes.
Yep. There's they
My
got
gosh,
Which one?
yes.
the first episode. They came from next door.
I'm like
That's
fairly
good.
certain that it's being run by someone in our crew.
I am also fairly certain of that. But I should make it clear that it is his project. not-
Yeah, I
am
submitted an
I'm
application, but I didn't
involved.
get a response.
I'm involved in the sense that I am doing a scene. I am animating a scene.
Of course,
I'm
second
also
scene.
involved in doing a shot.
Yes, but that is the extent of my involvement. Is I'm animating one scene. My
I
throat.
see how that episode could do good. It has a bunch of poses of like Jenny doing action shots with that asteroid. That would be nice. Can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
Nathan, take a moment and drink some water at least.
I think
Get a cup of water.
I'm gonna step out just for 1 minute and grab something to drink and appease my
For
throat.
1 second, of course.
Be right back.
Cool. You do that. And I will read some more questions. What do you think of the Bakugan reboot? I don't know. what
Aurora
that is.
Borealis.
Uh,
That is my legit. That is my legit response to Bakugan. Aurora Borealis.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a
Or
long.
those awesome toys, those figures that you used to put between your fingers and just show off.
Was that like fidget spinners though, or what? That doesn't make any sense.
Bakugans were those like those little ball things, right? Or was that something else?
Weren't
The
they
fidget
those-
spinner thing
We're
you're thinking
talking
of is
about the same anime.
Beyblade.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. But I have no clue what Bakugan is.
Bakugan's the one like those little transformer balls. You put them on like magnets and they transform into like creatures, dragons, and all that stuff. It was really cool.
Yeah, Still no idea.
It was popular like 10
Alright,
years
I'm back.
ago.
What'd you leak?
Okay, cool.
All right.
We leaked the entire
Why
thing.
were you at elf practice?
What are your thoughts on gamers? I am one, so I don't know.
What are my thoughts about gamers? They
They
make
get-
money too easily.
They game. I don't know.
Well, this is true. As much as true.
So jealous.
No, honestly, no. I'm not. I'm not gonna lie. I am a little jealous of their ability to game. I don't know how they find the time of their day to actually play video games. I wish I had the time to play video games. I want to play. Did you guys hear? I mean, this is probably old news, honestly. That Halo Reach is coming back. Oh, I would love to just spend some time in my day and play some old Halo Reach again.
The only one talking about it.
It's just
No, it's gonna be awesome on the PC. It's gonna be great.
I
I'm
know,
excited.
right? It's I want to play so bad, but I don't have time. I just don't have the time.
It's the one
Games are
problem
tools
too.
you put on the wall
Time
or
as
where it's
well.
on your wrist. The past is far behind us. The future doesn't exist.
Just figure out what. Don't touch me. I'm scared. I mean, did you just figure that out?
I think I don't know.
Don't hug me. I'm
No,
scared.
I
heard
knew
they
it
came
for
out
quite
with a
some
season
time.
2.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing out random references for no reason. Sorry.
Did you know green is not a creative color?
Green is not a creative color.
Green is a creative color, you idiots.
Well, no,
Out-
that's
don't-
that's the whole point. That's the whole point. That's like it's a commentary on kind of like I hate to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but it's a commentary on kind of like society and how like on how it judges what's creative and what's not, and like and how it if like how some people's creativeness are viewed as lesser than others, and so it's like my favorite color is green. Green's not a creative color. Choose a different one. That's you see the commentary.
This is true no matter what. That everybody has their
I actually
special
saw
friend.
this one meme a long time ago, back when I had Tumblr, aka No Life. I saw this one meme of "Don't hug me, I'm scared." It said green is not that creative. Then we see a Battletoad like kicking the paper guy to the moon.
Okay. That's a little bit too much, you think? But
Green is not that creative.
There we go.
That's me trying to do a Battletoad sound effect.
Nexus is coming together. Come here, you. Color in your teeth. Teeth doesn't really want to be colored.
No, if anyone's gonna make a teenage robot game, it should be Platinum.
Who are
They did Bayonetta and what else? I don't know.
Game with the V. That game starts with the letter V.
Oh, jeez.
Virtual On. That's
Game?
another Sega franchise. Some games starts with a V. Valkyria Chronicles or something.
Okay, games that start with the letter V.
Wait, how did we get on this subject?
I don't know. I don't know where the conversation went.
Halo, I think.
yeah, there's a guy comic you don't know out of nowhere.
Games that start with the letter V. Virtua Fighter, Virtual On, Vector Man.
I don't get like. Why are we talking about this?
I don't
Beautiful
know.
Joe.
There you
Another
go.
one. Curious Visions. No, wait, that's a company.
Huh?
Big Ribbon.
Virtua Cop. That's another one.
I still don't know why we're talking about this.
Don't either. I was trying to think of the Platinum game that start with the letter V, and now we're just talking about games that start with the letter V. Because we thought Teenage Robot game would be done great by Platinum Games, and we tried to think about the Platinum game that started with a V. I think that's where we got sidetracked on this conversation.
Yeah, how did the letter V come up?
Or Jenny.
I don't know.
I think I remember. We were talking about if a Teenage Robot game was being made to be made by Platinum Games. Then we got in the game Platinum made games. We thought Bayonetta was one, obviously. And then we thought this one would start with the letter V, but we couldn't think of the actual name for it.
I hope you're not the only one.
Wait, what?
If Vexus was a male, Tony J should have voiced him.
Oh wow. Oh. Oh.
Or Richard Horvitz.
That was
I am.
Well,
I just read. I just read what you were responding to, Eric. That's Oh my.
oh okay.
Tony J as George Claude Frodo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame and Megabyte from Reboot.
Shit, my head is on fire!
Bashir Khan from Tailspin.
Confound that ridiculous Colonel Hathi.
Confound those Dover boys!
I exist in places you cannot find.
That's the Elder God from the Legacy of Kain.
And you want to know something else that just came
Logan.
out? The new trailer of Star Wars.
Oh yeah, the Fallen Order.
Tony J
Whatever it's gonna be
was
called.
going to play Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Well, wait,
Did you know that?
Hold on. Which Star Wars are we? Fallen Order is not. Fallen Order is a
Takes
video
place
game.
after
No, not
Revenge of
Fallen
the
Order.
Sith.
The movie, the trailer.
Oh, the
time
movie?
already.
The movie? Oh, I think that's gonna be a train wreck.
Yeah.
I think we're in
Oh,
for a
wait,
train wreck.
hold on. On YouTube, there's a guy that was acting like George Lucas, and he dressed up like him. It was a pretty good cosplay of him, and he commentaried over the new trailer, and it was hilarious.
But Tony J was going
If
to
you
play
haven't seen it.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Did you know that?
Did not.
You know what else was bad?
These
The
aren't the droids you were looking
Mandalorian stuff.
What do you mean?
I heard that one did pretty poorly.
Tony?
No, we're talking about the movies and stuff in the.
Well, but Tony J was going to play Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I'm a Tony J bird, meaning
Well, in what?
a fan of Tony J.
In what?
Tony J Bird.
It's a new term.
No, like
At least
play,
to me, anyway.
play him and
I
play
made that
Obi-Wan
up.
and what?
That's
He was
good.
going to play Obi-Wan in Episode 4, New Hope.
Oh.
What?
So he was gonna be like the original Star Wars Obi-Wan, but they, yeah. Neat little fun
Wow.
fact.
I don't.
Thing I saw.
Where'd you hear that? That's the
is that
first
they're
time I've
going to
ever
recreate
heard
the
that.
There
Cool.
was an actual newspaper article of Tony J being interviewed. My great friend Jacob M. Keane is a Tony J impersonator as well. You should check out his videos.
Oh, I'll give that a look.
As a
Did you
matter of
guys know
speaking
they're
of
gonna
Tony J,
recreate-
I feel the need to make another Tony J quote. You know I have
Tony J.
head lice.
Citizens of Earth, I am Magneto.
I'm sorry, Ian McKellen.
Why
but-
the hell is Lady Gaga in my fireplace?
Oh,
Anyway,
But, sorry, but Tony
All right,
is
we're
my
getting.
Magneto.
I think we're
and
getting
just
way
like
off
him
track
as-
here.
wow,
Back on.
guys,
Back on Teenage Robot.
get back on. Get back on it, guys.
I'm glad I got a laugh at least. That's what I'm here for.
Back on Teenage Robot, I hear a lot of people want Teenage Robot back on Netflix. I mean, not anyone officially on Nickelodeon. I'm talking about like a bunch of fans. They really want the show
Yep.
back on Netflix.
Mhm.
In order to renew my
Well,
life
like-
as Teenage Robot on
well-
Netflix, jump and press the circle button.
Well, and I think clarification. Clarification. You mean like, when you say back on Netflix, do you mean like seasons 1 through 3 on Netflix?
Not back on that. Yeah, that's what I was meaning.
'Cause I don't know
I'd
about
like
new
to see
shows.
a bunch of old Nick shows on Netflix because
I don't.
lately
I
you
don't
can only get on Hulu, but with the deal they struck and such, it gives opportunity for them to put their shows on Netflix.
Yeah.
In order to compete with the titan that is Disney Plus now.
No.
Well, actually,
Home
did
to
you
a
guys
lot of
hear?
stuff
Did you guys
featuring
hear about
Tony.
this? Evidently, the launch of Disney Plus did not hurt Netflix whatsoever.
Really?
Like
I have no
What, did it do
strong
bad?
feelings one
they
way or
walked
the
away-
other.
They walked away. Netflix walked away from the Disney Plus launch practically unscathed. They
That's amazing.
That is
Disney should have
amazing.
gone their studio Ghibli films too, but now they're on HBO Max, which is coming sometime in 2020.
Not gonna lie, I still got Netflix because I think my whole family's got Netflix, so it's like a single plan and we all have like a separate little account, we pay for each other. But not gonna lie, what HBO Max has planned up and what has lined up, it's getting me real interested in HBO Max. Did you guys look into the stuff they're planning for HBO Max?
It has my enemy Space Ghost in it.
But like they
Sesame
got
Street, South Park, and Studio Ghibli films.
And on top of that,
Garbage.
they struck a deal with Warner Brothers. So now Warner Brothers is going to show in, Warner Brothers owns Cartoon Network and all that stuff. They're going to send some stuff over there. And then on top of that, they also, this is a little bit, with this Warner Brothers deal, they're also going to send in some licensed stuff. So they're like the Monsterverse, Godzilla, King Kong, and all that stuff. That's going to go on over there. It's like, wow.
Warner Brothers is going to be part of HBO Max.
Yeah, they signed a deal with them.
Well, please let this be something good for CDD.
I don't know
right?
what's CBD.
I'll just say Cats and Dance.
Oh, well.
Fun fact, I'm actually writing a stage production of that show for a group of people who I hopefully want to act it with it one day, but, technicalities. Okay, never mind.
No, I could mainly see like one of the more popular shows coming on Netflix though, like Danny Phantom, The Avatar, Legend of Korra,
Richard
maybe
Epcar
Invaders
voiced in
Zim.
Legend of Korra. I'm his administrator.
Oh, hey, wait. Warner Brothers owns. Oh, I didn't know that. Do they own HBO? Warner Bros. HBO.
A Warner sister.
Oh, they do. So they didn't strike a deal with HBO. HBO is just like they own it. That's interesting.
Because Warner's has also owned Turner in 1996.
Yeah.
And Turner is part of HBO. They just saying like, let's hope Disney doesn't buy Warner Brothers and Viacom anytime soon.
Oh no, are you kidding? They would not be able to. Warner Brothers is huge. They would not be able to buy out Warner Brothers. They're not. Don't worry about that anytime soon. Warner Brothers is way bigger than Fox ever was. That's like Warner Brothers is one of the film tyrants. They're a major competitor for Disney, yes, but like there's no way they're going to be bought out anytime soon.
Richard Epcar voiced in those properties Warner Brothers the Joker from Injustice, Raiden from Mortal Kombat, and as well as Ansem from Kingdom Hearts and Terra Xehanort.
I don't know who that is.
You probably remember me as the Joker. Or
No, like I know a lot of Jokers, but who you mentioned, I do not know.
Richard
I know.
Epcar, he voiced Bateau from Ghost in the Shell, and Joseph Joestar. I'm his administrator on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Well, he's in his 60s and is a huge James Bond fan, specifically Sean Connery.
I know who Sean Connery is. I don't know who you're talking about though.
Trust me,
Sean Connery.
Richard Epcar provided ADR for movies like Deadpool 1 and 2, X-Men First Class.
Well, yeah,
Inspector
but that's
Independence
ADR.
Day.
That's not.
My armies be the rocks and
A
the
lot of
trees
people-
and the birds in the sky.
Richard would be
ADR
happy,
isn't-
This is the sound a doggy makes. Moo.
but Richard Epcar would
Close
be
enough.
happy that I'm introducing his work to you.
Okay.
Or an actual administrator? If I'm
Yes.
hearing that right?
Co-administrator a group of fans for him.
Oh, okay.
Why doesn't? Well, I got a question. Why does he need an administrator?
Well, I made this group and he's happy that I made it, so I made him co-administrator.
Oh, you made a group.
Yes.
You're a getter.
That's my getter.
Is this an organization or like a little business?
Well, it's an organization and a lot of anime and gamer fans on there, specifically Injustice fans, Kingdom Hearts fans. A lot of Kingdom Hearts fans tell Richard to say darkness or light or heart, and he said it billions of times.
And I would be contacting him so quick.
You said
Um,
this is what? What did you say this was?
Richard Epcar fans
Like that's the name.
of
What's
the
that
group,
then?
yes. He also voiced Bo 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 Bo. You know,
He's
super
old.
fist of a nose hair.
Oh yeah, dude, you
Game
gotta get in
alive.
contact him. Send him my send him my contact information.
He recently attended Anime Boston, but I'm from Hingham, but I didn't go there because my grandfather passed away on my birthday.
Oh,
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but I would have told him about Richard Epcar voicing the Joker since he is a fan of the Adam West show, but he was a great guy.
Five. He still
Sorry
lives.
to hear about that.
Coming! Sorry.
You've spoken to Richard Epcar,
Yep.
right? What?
And he and I asked him what's his personal favorite Daniel Craig Bond movie, and he said Casino Royale.
The game alive.
I'm missing any.
ABBA. It'll bring you back today if it want you to.
Man, I forgot all the roles he did. He did some really good stuff.
An interesting fact about his Joker voice, he actually auditioned
Gotta go,
for
guys.
Raiden for
Alright, man.
Mortal
Get
Kombat
off.
versus DC Universe.
Mom
He
called.
auditioned for all the DC and MK characters. For the DC characters, he said it's like being a kid in a candy shop. And a lot of people have gave him some criticism that his Joker sounds a bit too like Mark Hamill, but hear me out. He's never listened to Mark Hamill's Joker at all.
That's a lie.
Wow.
That's a lie.
Makes me
That's
upset if that's
impossible.
true.
He's,
That's not true.
It's
that's
true.
that's
I'm serious. I've listened to his interviews, and
I
as an
can
actor,
I
it would
no
be
I'm
like
saying
if Sean Connery was impersonated by a future James Bond actor.
no
and
no
that's the
listen
truth.
listen. It may be true that he doesn't try to impersonate, like he doesn't go for it, like he doesn't try to impersonate Mark Hamill, and he just
He
goes with his
isn't.
old. No, I'm not accusing I'm doing it. I'm saying that it might be true that he's not trying to impersonate Mark Hamill, but to claim that for him to claim that he's never heard Mark Hamill's performance as the Joker, and still be a comic book fan and be interested in DC, that's a straight up lie. You can't.
Need to see like
you
some
can't-
verification,
I'm a
some
great
proof.
fan
You
of him,
can't
so
not-
don't offend me.
No, I'm saying like you can't not be a DC. I'm not. This sounds like gatekeeping, but like the amount of times that Mark Hamill has voiced the Joker, and the amount of times that Kevin Conroy has voiced Batman, you can't not be a DC fan and not hear those voices at some point. You know what I mean?
You're
like
actually
that's not.
making me cry right now.
No, I'm not trying to make it. I'm not trying to make it cry. I'm just saying.
I'm not trying to make you cry.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
that,
The
like,
worst
for
person
him to
ever.
claim that he's never heard Mark Hamill's Joker, never heard that. That's like Mark Hamill's Joker's all over the place. He's had to heard him.
Sorry,
heard him at
but
some point.
I just get offended when somebody dislikes Richard's work, and
I haven't even heard of the guy. I can't dislike his work.
yeah, but that means that's a bit too much for me because he and I are great friends.
And Nathan.
I'm just saying that
Man, you're
the
heartless.
guy.
Heartless.
I'm just saying, the claim that he's never heard Mark Hamill's Joker, that's not possible.
But
I'm just like, it's not.
But I have
to
some
be-
good news for you. Mark Hamill gave Richard Epcar a seal of approval.
Mhm.
Don't worry, I believe you. Unlike Nathan. Worst man ever.
I don't know, fan base. I don't know what the hell is going on at all. I really like just give back Teenage Robot.
What should I do?
That's my Jenny impersonation.
Guys, do our best impersonations of Jenny.
Oh God.
Surrender!
Gosh, Kilgore. Man. What happened if Jenny used the Chaos Emeralds from Sonic?
Isn't that the whole basis of a fan-made comic
Turn
series?
gold?
Yeah, I was about to say she turned into Chaos Jenny.
Isn't that the
Yeah.
entire basis of that comic?
I was just thinking she's gonna turn gold. You know, like, if it Chaos Emeralds,
Just go Super Saiyan.
please.
Or Super
Get, like,
Jenny to
golden
be
hair.
exact, because there's a major difference between the super form from Sonic and Super Saiyan, because the creator of Sonic hasn't watched Dragon Ball.
Neither have I. I just made a joke.
All right, I won't take that one literally.
Sorry, I live with autism.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
talking
Fine.
no biggie.
I'm just talking about the statements. Just the statements. It's just-
Chaos, keep in mind about this. The Chaos Emeralds from Sonic are 100% different from the Chaos Crystals that Ice Wolf created.
Wasn't well.
Two separate things.
Not
I mean, they're
originally.
based
that was
off the
like
same
that,
thing,
I remember that first comic.
but-
That was it says Chaos Emerald. Like, it does not say Chaos
Change it to
Crystals in that
crystals.
first comic. That's
Therefore,
no, yeah. Later it might have been changed to crystals, but I do remember that first comic, or the first the origin of the character Chaos Jenny. That was a Chaos Emerald. I remember that.
Originally, yes.
Fan base, I hope the thing that you said that the Chaos Jenny's official rebooted canon is a joke.
What? I don't know. No, we're just talking about her. We're not saying anything elsewise.
Who's playing copyrighted music
Yep. we
besides
gotta-
me?
That's not. Get rid of that copyrighted stuff.
Huh.
Richard Epcar should voice as a cluster soldier if a revival happens?
Yeah.
Because his voice is like this.
That was a good voice.
Yes, and I really like James Bond. The name Soldier, Cluster Soldier.
But your voice,
Sounds-
that makes sense.
Kind of sounds like a Nixon impression.
Oh boy.
Really
Nicholas
good.
posted something in the meeting chat.
What's that?
And
All right.
you probably remember Richard Epcar as the voice of Joseph Joestar.
I don't know who Richard is, and I definitely don't know who's Joseph. What'd you say?
Joseph
It's-
Joestar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, there
Oh
you go.
my
That's the problem. That's I've never seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
But I only watch the clips that have Richard's voice
Looks
in it.
creepy.
I've been
Well,
meaning to
I
watch
just
that
don't-
actually.
I don't really watch anime in general, to be honest.
Me neither. I've seen Gurren Lagann and that's it. But
The
JoJo
most-
is like, that's something I've been meaning to check
The
out.
most
seen the
I've
Avatar.
seen, the most I've seen, like anime wise, is the Team 4-Star dub of Dragon Ball Z. But I wouldn't really count as that watching the original because they changed the plot in some stuff I know of. But yeah, other than that, I have not really seen anime. Outside of when
You
I
guys
was
are horrible. You guys are
outside of
missing
when I was a kid and I watched Pokemon, but that's it. I didn't like go.
Because it was four kids who dubbed it.
Haven't seen JoJo, haven't seen Kill la Kill, haven't seen what are some others that
Penny
were
and
popular
Stocking?
way back in the day. And I never watched Yu-Gi-Oh, never watched Bakugan. Well, I watched
Never
Bakugan.
watched Card Captors.
Correction. I watched Bakugan when nothing else was on, and there was usually something else on.
You never watched Card Captors as a kid either.
I don't even know what that is, so no.
Yeah, I saw that. I know what you're talking about. I saw all the animes that ever existed. Yeah, that's right. But I'm not a weeboo.
I'm
I
not
speak
aware.
Japanese, you know. Like
I don't.
Me
Jenny.
too. I do
Japanese.
too. I took 4 years of
I
it in high
speak
school.
that.
Yep,
Strawberry
those-
pocky.
Tasukete
I
kudasai.
eat that.
Nenatoasudase kudasai. That means, please help. Tasukete kudasai means please help.
What a wonderful thing to say.
And doshitano means what's wrong.
Kinda. It's more of a, how do I explain this? It's close. It's not an exact translation into what's wrong, but it's more of a general statement. Because like,
Yep, and Speak No Evil's one of my personal favorite segments, given that I know the language and know exactly what's going on.
I don't know how to get My Teenage Robot banned in China.
I wouldn't know.
We would make a
Something have to do
reboot.
with the
We'll have to put,
stereotypes
like
of
Winnie the
language.
Pooh in there.
Because the Japanese version is very difficult with English version.
well, yeah, they in the Japanese version of that
Like-
episode, they
It's a
what
vice
they-
versa.
yeah, they did
They
English.
used a Japanese actress to play an English part.
Well, yeah,
Trust
but
me, it's
no, well, that's just the language. It's it's
just hear me out. It's on the TH Robot
Well,
fan base.
somehow.
I learned from an interview from Grey Delisle that only Janice Kawai speaks some Japanese, not all.
no, she's Japanese American.
I know, but the language.
Yeah, she can speak Japanese. She does. She did well. First of all, she does well, granted it's the American dub, but it's the dub for Bleach. I thought she did. She was one of the main characters, and she also
voiced the little robot from Bump in the Night.
And then she also
yeah.
she played a fully. This was a side character, but she played a fully Japanese person who only spoke Japanese on Young Justice for a while.
That's that also applies with the robot who also speaks in Japanese, and I think of it as foreshadowing for her role of Jenny.
Oh, that's kind of a stretch. That's a stretch.
That was like what, late 90s?
See,
well,
Jenny Winkman,
1993 to be exact.
If only Teenage Robot had
so
subtitles.
That's a little.
If only Teenage Robot had subtitles for Speak No Evil, then it would be perfect for those who don't know Japanese. That's kind of the point. I'm not gonna lie. That's the whole point of the episode, is that you're not supposed to know what she's trying to say. That's kind of the point.
But since I speak Japanese, I know what's going on.
Well, yeah. Obviously, if you take and learn Japanese, you'll understand what she's saying. But it's kind of the point not to know. And also, you could just watch the Japanese version, because in the Japanese version she speaks English instead of Japanese. But the funny thing is, I think the funniest part about that dub is she still says I can't speak English when she's like doing the charades with her mom and stuff, and she's going on about how she can't speak English, and she's speaking English as she's saying it. I think that's they didn't replace that.
It's
that's
actually ego hanasemasen. That means
that's the
English.
I know, but that's what she says normally in the normal production, the English version. In the Japanese version, she's saying I cannot speak English. Like, she says that. She says it in English, and that's maybe you should just just for this dub you should have made that Japanese. I can't speak Japanese, or because you're speaking English.
I think that's the whole issue with the whole international dubbing as well.
Well, I don't think they even replaced it in the other international dubbings, because it would have made sense. It would have made fine. The whole point, again, I think the only reason why they changed it in the Japanese one is because she got switched to Japanese, and it's well, if we're supposed to try and make it so the whole point of the episode is people can't understand her, and everybody else is still speaking Japanese, and she's stuck in Japanese mode. That wouldn't make much sense. But say it's the Russian dub or something. Everybody's speaking Russian, and then she gets stuck in Japanese, and no one can understand her. The story still works. You know what I mean? Even though I bet.
I mean, when it comes to live action films like Christopher Robin, when it came to Japan, I saw a clip where Christopher tells Pooh, do you think you might be able to entertain yourself or something? And he does that see what you see thing. But you see the lips talking, the dialogue in English, and yet the IDR people are redubbing it into a completely different language like Japanese.
That's normal. That's completely normal.
Yeah.
That has to be a way.
Video games, though.
It would take a lot of effort to reanimate the lips to make it match to Japanese again, or some other language. There's very few animated movies that do that. I think I can only think of two off the top of my head that completely reanimated in another language, and I think that was Coco. Kung Fu Panda 3 and Coco are the only ones that come off the top of my head that completely did reanimated the mouths to fit two different languages, one for English and the other for Coco for Spanish and Kung Fu Panda 3 for Chinese. Other than that, it's just the nature of dubbing is that the lips aren't going to match, but you'll be able to understand them in your language.
My nephew is a diehard Sly Cooper fan.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Sly Cooper is?
I know who
God.
Alice Cooper is. I know who Alice Cooper is, but
Okay, well
I
that
have
at
never...
least that.
I don't know
But
who
Sly
Sly
Cooper.
Cooper is. No, that's
Sly
a new
Cooper
Cooper.
is a cunning, devious, thievious raccoonus. He's a character made for games on the PlayStation
Will the
2.
reboot be on Newgrounds?
Not currently, but that's an option.
I didn't even realize Newgrounds was still
Oh,
around.
really?
Yeah, I didn't. And
Yeah.
honestly, I'm fairly. Doesn't when Flash die, Newgrounds is gonna take a huge hit? Because I thought Newgrounds, the whole part of the
What?
appeal was, because Newgrounds you could upload Flash games and stuff, but Flash Player is about to die, so it's like all those Flash games are gonna go out the way of the dodo. Because no one's gonna be able to play it.
Well,
They're making it.
hold on. Something happened to what's it called? Tumblr, and a lot of people migrated from Tumblr being wacky to Newgrounds. I heard about something like that, but I don't know much of it.
I'll tell you exactly what happened, because I mean we talked about that a long time ago when it was going down. What Tumblr did is that they decided to make it Tumblr family friendly.
Yeah, for
and so
example,
they banned everything adult, like
penny
anything.
and stocking, repent, Mother Fletcher.
Oh.
So they so that's what made a lot of artists. So say you drew a picture, like say it's not even pornographic, like it's not even about you drew a picture of just like a character study, or even in those art classes where they get you a model to pose naked and you draw the natural human body, no quote,
yeah. Life art.
If you
That
were to
actually
post
art.
life drawing,
applies
if
to-
you were to post that on Tumblr, you would have gotten banned because that was deemed not appropriate for family-friendly entertainment.
What?
And that was like
That's weird.
yeah, it was a little weird. So it's like not even the obviously the pornographic stuff got instantly kicked out, but like even the stuff that was just like, okay, yes, it's a drawing of a nude person, but they're very clearly not doing anything sexual and they're just they're nude. That still got banned. So it's like a lot of people migrated to Twitter or Newgrounds or stuff because Tumblr was enforcing those rules so harshly.
That's weird. It's really bizarre. I mean, I can understand, I guess, where they're coming from. Keep it child friendly, but when it comes to stuff like that, with artists trying to take their stuff seriously, not making it inappropriate. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I understand where they're coming from. They just took it a step further, a little bit overboard. They overreacted.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube.
Favorite segment of MLaaTR?
Segment? You're gonna have to. Who asked that question?
I did.
Oh, you're gonna have to define segment because that's a kind of a broad.
Because I don't say episode because it's more specific. For example, Speak No Evil is a segment, while Escape from Cluster Prime is an episode. I'm just more specific.
No, it's not. A segment is any piece of it. A segment is more broad. A segment of Teenage Robot, I could say, is that one scene from Escape from Cluster Prime where she fights Vexus on top of the roof fight. That's a segment of Teenage Robot. Like, that's a little cutout. An episode would be the entire package. And so are you asking what the favorite episode is?
That's what I'm trying to do. I just have a interesting way at life and vocabulary. I know words like ergo, concordantly, vis-a-vis, apropos.
Alright, so what's our favorite episodes?
Well, since I speak Japanese, Speak No Evil.
Favorite episode is Cluster Prime for me. That was always my favorite.
Mine is Raggedy Android. Well, both episodes.
I'd have to get back to you on that.
Sorry about that.
Check the list.
You
Take
said
your
the
time.
super
Good
hydraulic
question.
instantaneous transporter.
Oh, you mean
What's my
whoa?
favorite episode?
Quick to the slow, eh? Yeah, I understand that reference.
Never thought of that. What's my favorite episode?
Hmm.
Probably the last one because
The
they
last
couldn't-
one? What? I mean, I'm not gonna judge. I'm just like,
probably my favorite is the last. Just took it out of its misery.
oh wow.
All jokes aside, I mean that's just me messing around. But
Okay.
the last episode is my favorite because it's actually Jenny going through something that's so different that she's ever been through. Like she is forced to take out her sisters, whether I mean something that she really did not want to do, and her mother was in danger the entirety of the time. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, it was Dr. Locust the whole time.
Oh,
It was a really
Spoiler
good episode.
alert. I'm
In
fairly
case if
sure
you haven't seen it
everybody
yet,
is.
I don't know how it's possible. It's been out for like how many years?
10 years.
Yeah, that's my favorite episode. Good episode. It was that or the Christmas special. That one's a good one too. Seeing Jenny as a bad guy, I always love seeing the good guy turn to a bad guy for an episode. Back at a good guy.
They say the Christmas episode was non-canon.
No, that's I feel guilty about that. I feel guilty about that. I unfortunately am probably the origin of that rumor.
You?
Yes, it was. I can pinpoint when that started. It was way back when the Teenage Robot rebooted forums were still a thing. I made a comment a long time ago on that, and I think it was discussing the least favorite episode, and that is one of my least favorites is the Christmas special. And I stated that I never considered it really canon because of how much it screwed up. How much it screwed up the daily life and stuff of Jenny because she was gone for an entire year. She'd be a year behind everybody in school, and how it didn't make sense of how the villains would just
Many
stop
considered
attacking
it to
for
be
a
a
year.
darkest.
Well, no, I didn't dictate. I didn't. No, I mean. It didn't make it didn't make sense to me. It was a fun story. I'm just saying, like, I made a post saying I'd never really considered it canon personally, and ever since then I made that post in the rebooted forums that has slowly spread, and because that rumor didn't exist before, and that's why I think I'm responsible, because before I made that post that rumor didn't exist. And after I made it, it slowly spread, and now a lot of people think that's like an official thing, that it was not canon, and that's not necessarily true. That's just something I consider personally. I don't really consider it canon. I just consider it a kind of a little Christmas special. But that's just me.
Let's say if it
That's
was
not.
No, I get that. But let's say if it was, does that mean all the characters are now in junior, like they're juniors now, 11th grade?
Yeah,
in
like
case
that's
if you're
what
not from America?
that's why I don't like to consider it canon, because if, like, say Jenny started as everybody was a freshman in season 1, right? That's, Rosinski refers to Jenny as a freshman, yada yada. If she was gone for an entire year, she'd be a year behind in class. Like that'd be it. Like she'd be she'd be a junior. She'd be a junior while everybody else is graduating as a senior. And on top of that, the thing that also really irks me is that, like, Vexus, this was before Cluster Prime, Vexus decided to just not invade Earth for a year. There just wasn't an alien invasion for an entire year. The biker gang didn't show up. Those space crab nebula droids never showed up. It's like for an entire year, everybody just took a break because Jenny wasn't here. It's like it just never made sense to me to consider it canon. And that's why, again, that's me.
A bad guy robot.
That's me.
I'm also great friends with the voice of the cluster ambassador, Wally Wingert.
Jeez, how many people do you know?
Wally
He voiced
Friends,
the
and like
Riddler
close
from
friends
Batman
relationship.
Wally Wingert.
Well, I gotta clarify now. Do you mean like you know the guy and you've
He and I
had like
communicate on Twitter, and he's a fan of the
As
Adam
in
West
the
Batman
voice of
show.
Tallest Red?
Yep, and
There's a
the
difference between
Riddler.
like friend, like an online friend, and I just chatted with the guy.
yeah, I would say like do you like know the guy personally, or you just like does he respond to your tweets and you respond to his tweets kind of deal?
Yeah, he and I respond to each
I
other's
could say like,
tweets, and I know
oh,
him
me
as
and
the
Robin Zeddy
Riddler.
are friends.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the Arkham games.
Yep. He's
I
the
would
only
just-
person to
Wingard.
voice the same character in every Arkham game.
I've been playing those games for like a decade now, and I just made that connection.
And Richard Epcar, who I said before, voice directed Arkham Origins.
Oh wow.
He voiced Tallest Red in Invader Zim.
Yeah, but I prefer him as the Riddler.
Same.
Word Nick Bob.
I'm almost done doing Vexus's silhouette.
I can
Forever.
see you doing my silhouette, Fleshy.
Voice of Vexus. Hold on.
I've watched actual interviews of Eartha Kitt to get my voice of Vexus right.
Mm-hmm.
You will not believe this. Eartha Kitt's daughter, Kit Shapiro, liked my voice impressions of Eartha,
Oh, cool.
and that boosted my confidence infinitely, and it helped me give her a reason why I'm happy being the voice of Vexus.
Nice.
Voice
Well done,
effect-
man.
Eartha Kitt, the voice effects is singer of Santa Baby.
Yep, and I
And
I do my own Instagram video series called Eartha Kitt Film Reviews, where I do short film reviews in her voice.
Maybe if I could recommend something, maybe not do it not name it Eartha Kitt Film Reviews, and maybe do something like Yzma Film Reviews or like Vexus Film Reviews, because while doing it in the voice of the character, like being the character is one thing, I don't know about impersonating someone who is now
Yeah.
deceased. That's
Yeah.
a little
That's
weird.
dedication.
It
I
makes
would
you look
I would just
bad.
recommend choosing a character that she's played and naming it that and being the character, and not being
Sorry,
Eartha Kitt herself.
I'm sorry. I just have creative differences.
Otherwise, it would
that's
have been
all.
considered desecration.
Yeah, that's what you would run into. There'd be some people calling desecration on you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just warning. I'm warning. I'm not saying I'm saying this. I'm just giving you a warning about how people could interpret that. It's like the same deal of how people were kind of like uncomfortable with. I mean, just to put it in perspective, I guess. Remember Rogue One when they did when they reanimated Peter Cushing for Tarkin.
Carrie Fisher.
No, well, Carrie Fisher was still alive at that point. But that wasn't as controversial. They just de-aged her. But for Peter Cushing, they reanimated him from the dead to do Tarkin, and the excuse was that they were more so aiming at perfecting Tarkin and not bringing back Peter Cushing. And I guess okay, if you want to make that excuse, but even then that was controversial because they did that. and I'll put it in perspective of if you're voicing, like you said, Eartha Kitt, and putting words in her mouth of, we don't know if she would say that when she was still around. I'm just saying people could come after you about desecration, and I just be careful about that. That's why I would recommend choosing Yzma or Vexus or Catwoman or another thing.
Catwoman.
Yeah, or another thing she played.
The Word of the Wise.
So that way,
Madame
it's not
Zeroni.
really about. It's not really about Eartha Kitt, and it's more so about a character that Eartha Kitt played, and that's less like, okay, you're just doing the voice of the character.
Well, I'm an impressionist. That's all.
Yeah, and you can impersonate the character. You don't have to impersonate Eartha Kitt herself.
You're making me sad.
It's all right.
I'm not trying to. I'm just saying, like, that could. I'm warning you that it's a possibility that people could do that. Because that's like a thing. People don't like it when people impersonate
guess what?
the dead.
I nearly got into a fight with someone who prefers Mark Hamill over Richard Epcar as the voice of the Joker.
Well, that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying, like, with the talking about the Eartha Kitt thing.
I'm just saying that I'm just very passionate.
Mm-hmm.
Passionate man.
Oh boy. Well, we're sorry.
It's okay.
Want to use you.
If that's the way you feel.
Should we wrap up soon?
Yes. Actually, yes. I just realized that we are in for 2 hours. So, any last minute questions in the chat?
Yeah, let's see.
Come on. Bring up your questions. Quick. Look what you got.
Alexander 2002, Cree Summer voiced Vexus in one episode. Yes, it was Around the World in 80 Pieces. She was Vexus in that one. She was also. Oh, sorry.
She was also like, she would do Vexus when she would like take on other forms, like Victim of Faction and what was the other one? Designing Women.
No, yeah, it was yes.
Queen
she did she do the nurse? I know she did Vicky, or what was her name? I forgot her form name in Queen Bee.
QT2.
No, that was the one in Designing Women. I'm talking about the one in Queen Bee.
Oh.
Vicky,
What was it? Was it Vicky?
Vicky.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if she voiced. Did Cree Summer voice the nurse in Trade Show Showdown? The nurse robot.
I don't know. It doesn't really sound like her.
Yeah.
You can go to IMDb.
Guys, here's a question. What is your favorite your least favorite My Life Has Changed Robot episode?
Ooh, least favorite? Preschool Dropout.
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah,
that.
that was
Price of Love.
It's kind of cringy, to be honest. Preschool Dropout.
Everyone all being idiots.
Price of Love. It's just. Shona could have at least waited until he fixed Jenny's problem with the hearing. Then we might actually have something.
Yeah.
It wouldn't come on as a misunderstanding that they've gone way out of their hand.
Girl of Steel is my least favorite.
Okay, no, the voice of the nurse in that episode is Jodie Carlisle.
All right.
Oh.
I don't know who that is off the top of my head, but okay, that's why. She sounds familiar though. She sounds familiar.
She does. Let me here. I'm going to her profile.
My least favorite episode is probably the first one because that's where it all began.
Oh, she voiced the mom from the Wild Thornberries.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Oh, like girls.
All right.
Made matters worse.
Let's see. And then any other? Are we missing?
And
some
it
would
questions?
get
and
older,
it's what
what would he look like?
inspired Aaron Foster to do a fan comic that you
Who's
never
the best
do, I assume.
character? Who's the best character in Teenage Robot between these two, Jenny or Vexus? All right, I love Vexus as a villain, but I'm gonna give it to Jenny for that one because I think Jenny. I mean, we spent more time with Jenny. We know more of her personality. Vexus, I think we know less of her personality overall in Teenage Robot.
We need an origin story of like Vexus. Where's that at?
I don't even know. I don't even know what that would entail. to be
Really
honest.
giving
I
that
don't
away.
even-
If I had my way, it would have come from me.
I don't even know what that would be about, to be honest.
It'd probably be pretty cool though. I would watch it
Yeah.
if they ever made that.
Who's the better gamer, Jenny or Vexus?
Any?
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
Jenny.
probably
I don't
Jenny.
think people know what video
Vexus
games
would
are.
be like, Vexus would be the person looking up the cheat codes and like looking up like screen looking and all that stuff. That'd be Vexus, and Jenny'd be like, "Hey."
If Jenny was a human, what would you think her favorite food would be?
Food? Oh, that's a weird question. I didn't ever even thought of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good question though, because it's just we never. That's a first.
Nuts and bolts
Personally,
and battery power is.
well, okay. In universe, like in the Teenage Robot canon, where it's like season 1 through 3, it's harder to. She said she's got a sweet tooth, so I bet her favorite food would be something like maybe cake or something. But
ice cream.
Recently, what you're gonna see happen in Teenage Robot, we actually did this more than I think was necessary, but I still like it, so I'm not like saying we're gonna stop doing it. Whenever she was at a restaurant in or whenever we see her eat or with her friends and stuff, she's always got because she did this in the original series and we just ran with it. She's always got salad dressing, like salad oil. She's always drinking that. Whenever she goes out with her friends and stuff, like they go to Mesmer's and they order like a burger or something, they're like, and she's like, I'll have a salad dressing. So, in universe, where in speaking on the original series only, I would probably just say cake or something because she's got a sweet tooth. But if we were to talk about like what we did so far, I would say maybe like an Italian salad or something. I don't know. Caesar salad. She's like, oh, I can finally eat what else is in the salad instead of just the dressing. What do you guys think?
I mean, once again, that is tough. That's a tough question. I don't know why I asked that.
I thought it was I thought someone in the chat asked that.
Oh, no one was asking questions, so I just came up with a random question. That was, what if it was human, and what would be your favorite food? Probably something unique, though. I mean, I don't think she would go with like a typical hamburger or something like that. She's not. She's American, but not that American. Oh, probably something exotic, like an exotic food.
If it was hamburger night,
She
I
goes
could
all
totally
around
see
the world.
her. If it was hamburger night, I would totally see her being the person to put barbecue sauce on the hamburger. That would be
Really?
Jenny. Yeah, that'd probably be Jenny. Her Brad would probably be the one who puts all the meats. Like he gets the double patty, gets the bacon, he gets all the meat on there. Tuck would put something like why
Like
would
peanut
you put,
butter.
Yeah, he would like put the the stuff that you would never put on a burger ever, peanut butter. And
Peanut butter,
Sheldon,
anchovies, toothpaste.
Sheldon would probably be the guy who just gets the patty in a bun. Like ketchup. He doesn't get anything on it. He just gets the patty in a bun.
Oh, some people answered my question as well on the chat, and some people said squid milkshakes. I mean, not two separate things. A squid. Someone said a milkshake, not
Back
a
it
squid
up.
milkshake.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, you mean a squid milk? That's disgusting. All right. Let's see.
Someone said caviar too.
I think though we've hit all of our questions in the chat though. I'm not
I
seeing.
feel
any
like
new
Jenny'd be a
questions.
pasta girl.
You know what's really hard?
ravioli.
You know what's really hard? I struggle. Like, I don't want to impose my own favorites into it. You know what I mean? Like, I love pasta and I love milkshakes, but I don't know, like, it's hard to be like, would Jenny like that, or would Sheldon like that, or would Brad like, you know what I mean? That's the hard part, where you cancel out what you like and think about what the character would like.
We'll definitely see Jenny as a cultural person when it comes to like different foods. Knowing that she goes all around the world.
Oh yeah, she definitely, personality-wise, she'd definitely be someone who wants to see the world.
Yeah.
Because she can.
You had to get executed every day.
I feel like Brad would be the one who wants to just go with the flow, like go and end up where he ends up. Sheldon definitely wants to work like engineer guy, and then Tuck, I think he's just too young. He's not thinking about that stuff yet. Anyway, I think we should wrap up here. We're about 30 minutes over as it is. So, thank you guys for coming down for this live stream. Well, at least I worked on it on the Animatic a little bit live. Don't have anything to showcase today for the Animatic. Maybe something next month. See you guys on Discord and stuff. And yeah, thanks for coming down tonight, guys. See ya.
See ya.
Later.
Hasta la vista.
See ya.